Hey, this is mine. This is my techniques for the bombing in the Gotha on the Flugpark. So you start out, here's the map. You pick your Gotha back here at Kutish. You want to do the air start, do the setup, click here for your options. I like 20 millimeter in the front, 20 millimeter in the back. Fuel gauges, don't need a cockpit light. And I like 7 100 kilogram bombs. That's good. I don't care about the skin spine. I'm going to accept. I'm going to hit start. So that's how you come up. I'm doing this on my monitor and not on the VR so that I can record it properly. But you can see I can move around. This is my view. Here's the cockpit. That's the engines. And I don't take it off autopilot. I just leave it on autopilot until it's time to land. Then the first thing I do is I have it set up so I get into my Bombsight. There's the Bombsight. You want to click on this button. Slew your Bombsight all the way forward. You can see the angle that it's the depression angle for the Bombsight. So there's all the way forward now. You can see right here I'm headed 150 and I want to go straight west 270. So I'm just going to use this little turn control yoke down here to turn the airplane. So just leave it on autopilot the whole time. I'm going to bomb the headquarters in the center. I'll show that on the map here in just a second. Okay, so now the plane is headed to the west. Let's come back out again. Here's my thing. I can bring up the map. You can see the winds here, 1 meter per second out of the north. 1918 map. I took off here at Kutish, and I want to bomb the Army headquarters here. So you can see there's a straight shot to the west. What I'm going to do is I'm going to find this little airfield of La Chelle, and when I fly over it, I know I can just go straight west from it, straight to the target. Back into my sight, there's the river where the river bends there. You can see that. And I think La Chelle is a little bit to the right there. So there's how this river bends. We got that. Let's look at the map again. There's the river where it bends, right? And then it goes back to the south. So La Chelle should be just past that little bend in the river, a little bit to the north. Probably farther to the right here. You can see that Bombsight sways around a bit as you're getting the wings leveled out. There's La Chelle right there. See that little speckly spot? That's the airfield of La Chelle. And then just to the right, there's the town of La Chelle. So I'm going to overfly that, and when I fly past that, I'll turn to 270 heading. There we go. So now we can talk about setting up. These are your bomb controls over here on the right side. So my altitude, I'm going to set my altitude here in thousands of meters. We come over here to the left. Here's my altimeter. So I'm at 2 to 3 kilometers high. So at 2,500 meters is where I am right now. So I want to set this to 2.5. Oops, right there. You see when I did that, it moved this little triangle right here. This triangle is a depression angle at which you want to drop the bombs. Next thing I want to say is my airspeed. Come over here and get my airspeed. There's 100, 110, 120. So it's almost 110. About right there. I don't know if it's 109. Maybe 109. We'll set 109. Okay. And the next thing is the winds that you want to set. Right now, I'm just planning to come in. Oh, it's 2 meters a second if I do a headwind attack. So I'm probably going to need to do that. I'll probably need to go south of the target and turn to the north to make this work right into the wind. But we would set 2 meters a second right there. And you see I shifted that aim point a little bit. And then we can turn off the weather report. Here's how you drop your bomb right here. This thing slews the camera or the view left and right. I don't really use that for anything. And up here you can see where it is. You want to get that back to the center to there. This is our mode button again. Right now this is the look mode, so you can look forward and backwards. And then this is the bombsight mode. This is the mode you want to be when you drop the bomb. So you can see here, it matches up. It automatically goes to the look angle for release. So that's what that's set up for right there. Here's the wind. You can say either headwind or a tailwind, but you can't set a crosswind. So right now it's 2 meters a second. Headwind is what I have set. And that's all set. And then you just push the button for each bomb you want to drop one at a time, or you could drop them all, but I don't normally do that. I pickle them off one at a time and ripple them across the target. And that's close enough. Go ahead and move it back out to the top here. And I want to turn to a 270 heading. That smoking town you see in the bomb site there is actually the palm, and there's Chunko's Pond past that. So there we are, rolled out, pointed back to the west. You can see here's no man's land. There's the single pond out in the middle of the no man's land, and there's the Twin Lakes down to the south. So we can go back to our map now and check that. Here's the single pond. Here's the Twin Lakes, and we're right here. So we're aiming right between them. That's where we want to go. And I'm actually going to try and aim a little bit to the south in this and turn to the north and make my attack from south to north. So I'm going to aim for the Twin Ponds here. This is one of the reasons I leave it on autopilot. I don't fly the airplane at all. We go through some buttons real quick that I have defaulted. That you want to be able to use. So, settings, key mapping, weapon controls. I have reload guns is both the middle mouse button that I use when I'm using the machine guns. That's what would apply here. These you want your bombsight mode here, bombsight. So I had that one set up on my throttle, on my joystick. I have a button there, so hotkey puts me into the bombsight mode. You saw that. And then I have it set up for gunner positions and pilot position. So default position, mouse button 4. I think that on the left side of the mouse, that's the forward thumb button on the left side of the mouse. And then I've got this one switched to first firing position. That's the back button on the left side of my mouse. So that moves me into the gunner seat. And then second firing position is the right mouse click. That moves me into the option for the other firing position. So I'll cancel this and show you what I'm talking about. So right now I'm sitting in the pilot position, and I push my right mouse. Now I'm sitting in the front gunner's position. So I can see I'm in the front gun seat now. I can shoot there. I click that to make sure my gun's loaded. Then I click right mouse button, and now I'm in the back seat, back gunner's position. And then I click my forward left button, and I'm back into the pilot position there. So that's how I get that set up. I think that's most of it. Get back into my Bombsight and see where we are. There we are. To look around. What's really handy is that you can get in the front seat, and now you can see really well. So I can zoom in. There's the lakes, Twin Lakes right there. There's a single pond. There's their Air Start airfield. And our target is going to be just past that. It's going to be out here to the west, about right in here is going to be that enemy headquarters that we're going to go for. That town right there is the town of Ashel. If I look on the map now, Ashu, I mean. So here's the town of Ashu. That's what I was just looking at. We saw the airfield, the Twin Lakes. We're going to swing around this way toward Brazil, and then we'll turn north for our attack run. Looks like somebody's down on Flockert. That's good because they won't be bothering us. I always try to bomb into the wind. I haven't figured out how to do a crosswind bombing yet. There's too much drift for me, and it's too hard to predict where the bomb's going to go. So I'm over the Twin Lakes, almost over it, 10 degrees. If I was looking straight down, that's straight down right there. So I'm more or less over the Twin Lakes now. There's the target. So again, I find the airfield, west of the airfield, south of Achu, so right in this area, and there's the target. That's the town of Achu, so you want to come short of that. There's target right there coming out of the clouds now. We're a little bit of an angle. So you can see up here, we're actually heading about 330, 320. I like to pull it down and let it track down. I just watch where it goes. Once you get it, you can do little clicks like this to refine your aim point. your track. I'm going to just try and take it right across the diagonal here. So I'm trying to get that lined up there. So the next, when this gets to here right now, I know I'm that far ahead and I can switch to my Bombsight. That looks like a pretty good track right down across the diagonally across the whole thing. Give it one more click there. One more click. That looks pretty good. Switching to Bombsight mode. There's Bombsight mode. So this is going to come in. I need to come in to the right just a little bit. A little bit. A little bit. A little bit. Coming up, we're going to pickle when it gets right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So once you drop your last bomb, the Bombsight automatically goes to 0 and points straight down, so you can watch your impacts. Oops, I was a little bit long, so they were late. So those bombs went long from the target there. Okay, come off of that, look at the map, and we killed it. So it's gone from the map now. So that was enough to destroy enough targets there to kill it. Look at the thing. It didn't give us any credit for building for some reason, but we're done. So now we can go back home.